Hey, if you guys have any ideas on any upcoming shows or you want your favorite team spoken about on the next podcast, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to Banter Football 30 Podcast. Thanks. Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Banter 30. I am your host, Jimmy Mome, with my co-host, Vitu, Kanje, and Lewis.
What's good? Gang.
And I'm the only Real Madrid fan here today.
Boo.
Oh, don't hate, bro. Don't hate. You see what we did to you saw what we did to Barca, bro. So just hope you don't get you guys in the Champions League.
Fingers crossed. Cross.
All right, so today we're gonna start with Neymar. What's up with Neymar, man? He's been killing it for the past 2 games. It seems like it's a bargain now for PSG. Mr. Kante, take it away.
Yeah, man. But Neymar, he's killing it in the Farmers League. But no, seriously. If you look at, I think Europe's top 5 leagues.
Yeah.
I think out of any player, he's gonna play the best football. If you get what I'm saying, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean by best football?
Like individualistic. Like when I think of like certain years, I tend to think about certain players. So
yeah.
04, 05, 06, 05, 06, I think Ronaldinho. When I think of 2010, I think of Messi. When I think of 2006, 2007, I think of Cristiano. Or like 2007, 2008, I think of Cristiano as well. When I think of 2017 and 2018, I'm going to think of Neymar and the shit he's going to do at PSG.
So that's his era. That's like a little era for Neymar.
New era began.
Just as an individual in Europe's top 5 leagues, it's going to be ridiculous. I can already tell. I feel like he's going to dispossess Ibrahimovic after this season as PSG's greatest player ever.
Okay.
I mean, that was a given, right?
Okay. Yeah, what about you, Lewis? What do you think? What do you think?
I mean, just looking at his playing league, that was a given. I think that's not going to be his legacy. His legacy is going to be in the Champions League, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because that was a given. That was an afterthought because we knew he was going to be doing the bits in Ligue.
Yeah.
But once Champions League starts, that's now the real focus. If he gets into the semis, to the final, that's where his legacy is going to be put at PSG.
I feel you. I actually agree with you more, Lewis. I think I was watching the game yesterday, and I didn't watch the game live, so I decided to watch it later. Against Toulouse in the night, and I was laughing.
You're like, okay,
laughing,
cool,
because it was like he was playing against like amateur. That's literally what he was doing.
Wine farmers.
Yeah. I saw the game live actually, and it's like the first half. It looked like Toulouse is a better opposition than his first game. So in the first half, it looked like
Comp or something.
Yeah, it looked like he wasn't really clicking with Cavani and Di Maria. Behind him, he had Verratti and he had Thiago Martin. I forgot who was the other midfielder. Rabiot. Anyway, it just didn't look like he was clicking, and then all of a sudden he just gets into the game. And when he got that ball rolling, my God, like it's almost like the team was struggling to find Neymar, but whenever they did find Neymar, things were just sparking. It was brilliant, man.
Do you feel it was like one of those situations where it's like everyone get the hell out of the way, give me the ball? Right,
it was, and he had several of those instances a lot of times. It's almost like it looked like deer in headlights when he's dribbling towards the goal. Like,
True. I was watching it, and then his last goal. Like, he got some luck. It was a little bit lucky. It was a little bit lucky, but at the same time, the way he was just maneuvering himself between the players was incredible.
I can't call that lucky. You know why I can't call that lucky? He did that
Why?
like a couple times in the preseason.
Yeah.
But I mean, he came off a defender though. Like it's not like he intended.
Put it this way. Yeah, I mean, the execution part of it, was lucky. But you have to think in his head, he knew what he wanted to do. He was going towards goal, and he's going in between those two defenders, and he still ended up doing that with a little bit of luck. I mean, you have to give him some credit there.
When do you think it clicked for him? Because it feels like the past 6-7 months, it's been his world. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like everything's just coming so easy for him. Like, this is nothing. Because, he's been on a tear. Like, Brazil already, the first team to qualify for the World Cup, like, way ahead of schedule.
Right.
For Barcelona, you saw what he did against PSG, what he was doing in the league, preseason, now, like, everything just seems to, like, just click. Like, right now, he knows, like, he's about to become the best player.
That's where it was. It was after the World Cup when Brazil got that 7-1 ass whooping. Now it was when he made that comeback from his back injury.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of criticism on Neymar. I forgot what he had done. He had done something. Something was going wrong, but there was a lot of criticism towards Neymar. And certain people were like, "Oh, he shouldn't be captain. He shouldn't be wearing the armband." And that to me was just where he just went off. I think he just took that criticism and just used it as motivation. Man, he's a great player. That's all I gotta say.
He's a great player, dude. I feel like when he was playing for Barca, I feel like he was a little bit restricted within the role.
Right.
He was given.
Just play here.
Like I see him play for Brazil. I see him it's like a complete different players playing for national team and playing for for Barcelona. And now when he's playing for PSG, it's like, whoa, that's a national team Neymar we seeing right now. Taking the ball, dribbling, making the passes.
Do you remember when he actually first came out, and then people were just like, he's just the next Robinho. He's gonna just play tricks.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like a hot take from Joey Barton to me.
Yeah, Joey Barton. But no, I'm saying this because I was one of those people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, seriously.
He was.
I used to watch that stuff in like Brazil, and I'm like, he's playing in the Kitty League in the South America.
League.
Nah, fam.
Bro,
I actually agree with you, Vitu, because I felt the same way. But the only thing that was different was because the fact that at such an early age, he already got close to 200 goals.
Yeah, for me, I couldn't take that for granted.
That gives you an indication that he's gonna be a prolific goal scorer.
Yeah, but then like again, like I was one of those people, man. Can he do it on a cold, wet, rainy night?
And Stoke.
He said done it.
Yo, seriously. I mean, I got like a big egg on my face every time I see him do something ridiculous, and it's just I have to own up to it. Like I feel like he could just play some of the best football that we're gonna see this year, and it's crazy.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. But I want to see it in the Champions League. That's where it matters to me the most. Like
true facts. I 100% agree with you.
All right. Anyway, we got to move on to Mbappe to PSG. So it seems like PSG is still spending money without actually having to break the financial regulation of FIFA.
but then they have to sell players though.
Who are they gonna sell to?
They already sold Matuidi.
For 18 million.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
So what I'm reading right now, like literally right now, this came from Sky. We understand that PSG make a loan inquiry for Mbappe with an agreement to buy next summer. Lucas Moura is part of the deal. Mindful of the UEFA rules, so that fair play.
Yeah,
that is a complete.
I mean, for me, I just felt like, why do you need him right now? You don't need him right now.
The headline, I feel like when that thing came through, the first thing they say is the headline. Inquire on loan. That is just complete reject right there. That's
true.
I mean, the guy is going for 180 mil, and you want to loan him?
No, I mean I understand what PSG are trying to do here.
Yeah, but I feel like there's no need to get him right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't need to get him right now.
Time, yeah.
There's no need to get him right now. At the same time, there's no need to have this loan situation as well. Just let him play out.
Yeah, I mean that's the most important thing. It's that the option to buy. You know what I'm saying? They want to be first pick. They're just trying to buy time. Like I feel like this definitely means like Cavani is not going to be there in the future. I don't see it.
And man, that man is wasteful as a striker.
Yeah.
He needs to go.
He sort of is. But what do you think is gonna happen, guys? Do you think similar to what Neymar did, they're gonna find some way? The Qatar money is gonna come through, give it to Neymar buy himself out of his own contract so he can be a free agent and sign to PSG. And that be by the way, PSG is now wholly responsible for what for Neymar sale, since it's not really them paying for Neymar. If you know what I mean. It's like the money is going through Neymar. Like somebody's giving the money to Neymar and Neymar is using the money as his own
money laundering.
To buy himself out of his own contract. Do you think they're trying to do the same thing with Mbappe?
No. What? Go ahead, V.
No. Go ahead. I mean, I just had to think about that.
No, what I think is going to happen, like what they did last summer, they're just going to make inquiries, try to make an articulate plan, how to map out the financial ongoings for this deal. Like, remember last summer how the Neymar thing went about? They just see how much it was going to cost and see what they need. Now, I think they're going to do the same thing, just map out a proper plan, because ideally they don't need him right now. They spent that transfer ban thing might come up way sooner than they think.
Yeah, I 100% agree with Louis there. I feel like they're just trying to map things out, trying to assess, well, what's the best route, the safest route, because they're walking on a tightrope right now. Literally they are. But.
The haters in full force.
One thing I'm actually worried about for PSG is the fact that they're trying to buy all the talent, and coming from experience, it seems like buying the talent doesn't always lead to winning the Champions League, the trophies. Like the goal.
But then if you're playing in a one-horse league like
Mbappe,
the Bundesliga,
it's not,
Bayern is like doing it. You guys are playing in it.
But it doesn't mean you're gonna do anything in the Champions League. You're gonna win your league. That's for sure. So, but it's not. PSG
is like the big fish in France.
Facts.
I mean, yeah. If you think about that, I think Bayern also they do the same thing. They're the big fish in Germany. So I mean, PSG, they could technically pull this off, but
just
I
a simple
understand
question.
Where you're coming from, Jimmy.
Yeah. Do you guys think if PSG is given to you right now and you're the manager, can you coach them and win the league?
No.
Win the league.
The league? Yeah. You don't even have to coach them. The league?
You're the manager. You have to coach them. Do you think you're gonna be able to coach them and win the league?
You don't even have to coach them, my G. Like, you can just tell them, go.
Monaco won the league yesterday.
Bro, like, who was on that team? Think about who was on that team. That team, like, was not... That team...
It was led by Cavani.
It was not cohesive, bro. It was just Di Maria and Cavani,
it was led by Cavani, that was it. Like, the season before that, they had Ibrahimovic. Now they have a star again. They have another star.
That league, you just need a star striker and you're good.
That's true.
Right, that's facts.
Any last words? Any last words on the subject? Okay, we are good.
Yeah.
So should we move on to La Liga for a minute? Have you guys seen both of the game over the week?
Yes, I did.
I saw Madrid's. Didn't see Barcelona's. I saw the first half of Barcelona's, but
man,
I saw some
Barcelona are in trouble. Like I've been saying, that Neymar transfer exposed a lot. Yo, that meant a lot.
That's into the transfer. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I never knew it was that big of an effect because even the midfield's looking.
Bro, like it was getting like I remember it just seemed like a 2-man game with Busquets and Messi just trying to orchestrate things. I was like,
yeah, that is true. Have you seen Messi when he was playing with all these?
Bro, it felt like Argentina. It
life.
felt like Argentina back in like the 2000, the early 2010s.
Yes, that's true. That is 100% true. It was so frustrating.
Just pass to Messi. Hopefully he does something.
It's the same thing. We were watching yesterday. I think me and Vitu talk about this. Messi was just sad. His demeanor was just sad.
Bro,
it's like,
bro, how do you go from Neymar to De La Feo, bro? Like.
No, but let's give De La Feo some credit. He played good against.
He played good,
bro. Against Real
Betis, but against Madrid,
like that's not that. Like again, I've always said the thing about the league is that it's very interesting to me. The people are technically skilled, but in terms of a team effort or just a system, I don't think they could really elevate themselves to the level of like a proper league or leagues around Europe.
That's true. I mean,
financial stability can also play a big role.
Yeah, I mean that's another. We've had this discussion before, me and Jimmy.
That's a discussion for another day, guys.
Yeah, that's a discussion.
Well, talking about Barcelona, we got to talk about their inquiry of Coutinho series. And
that was hilarious. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I was actually gonna before that. I was actually gonna mention Messi to Man City, but let's go ahead with Coutinho and
let's go with the realistic one.
Yeah, right? Please.
Let's go take with Coutinho.
So,
I think Coutinho.
Go ahead.
Personally,
yeah, Coutinho's
I don't think. Please let that happen. Oh, please.
You want Coutinho to join?
No. I don't want Coutinho to join them at all. I don't want any of the players they're going after to join them. I don't want Dembele to come. And it seems like all the clubs are playing like hardball with Barcelona right now, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every single minutes that go by. I'm loving it. So it's like the tune. It's like you're getting hit over here. You tune to the other one. Oh, please help me. And it's like,
they're getting blindsided.
Yeah,
you don't think how hilarious it is. Like, yo, that Neymar thing really triggered the whole thing.
System.
Not even just the system. The board, how the club is run. You can tell these people had no plan.
Did you see what Neymar said? Did you see what Neymar said after the game?
What did he say?
He said he singled out the board. He's like, I don't want to talk about the Barcelona board, but like the Barcelona board, there's a problem going on. It's the reason. He pretty much said it's the reason why I left. He said I enjoyed 4 years of Barcelona except for the board.
Bro, like
he singled them out.
If you check did you check who they bought in the last 4 years?
Well, that is sad.
True, and on top of that, Dani Alves said the same thing. Dani Alves had a war with the board, and when Dani Alves left, there was a huge problem at right back. You can't lie. Everyone was like, "Well, can Sergio Roberto do it?" And he played all right, but then they went out and got Nelson Semedo, and I feel like that's starting to happen. I think people are starting to turn on the board,
bro.
Because I think on Twitter we saw that I can't pronounce the hashtag, but it was like
yeah. I've seen it. It happened as soon as they lost 3-1 to Madrid. As soon as they lost 3-1, they're like, "Whoa, okay."
Oh my God, man! You got Barcelona fans.
The problem started with the acquisition of Arda Turan. I feel like
I was about to mention all the players they bought.
Because he's like the first dead end.
I was about to mention all the players they bought in the last.
And then Arda Turan, we got Gomez coming through last year. They have like the right back problem. In which they were playing Roberto as a right back.
I feel like this way became evident. I mean, I agree with you, Jimmy, but like after doing some Twitter research, right, and looking at all the bitching and complaining,
you just followed the hashtag. You just followed the hashtag.
Yeah, just follow the hashtag, right? And then I ended up going all the way back to 2015 when this nigga was elected, and the problem started when they failed to sign Pogba, and Pogba went to Man United. That's where the problem started, because I think Bartomeu was pretty much riding on that vote. He was like, "Well, I'm going to sign Pogba, and I'm going to bring him to Barcelona." And since then, shit's just been going downhill. And I think
I
think when he hit Turan, and them,
background, exactly.
Right.
But we have to bring it back to the transfer, the Coutinho transfer, Dembele and Siri. What do you guys think would happen? Do you think Coutinho is gonna go, or Dembele is gonna go? I mean, Siri's most likely.
No, what happened? No,
like
Siri won't go, because what happened was the clause expired last month, the 40 million. So now it's about negotiations, and Barcelona are gonna get.
What?
Yeah. So all this about 40 million.
I'm loving
all this about a 40 million euro clause that expired on the 15th of July. Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it. Now they have to negotiate with the club, and the club knows, everyone knows you got the Neymar money, so it's either it's going to be 100 or 150.
I feel like that's why they went and got Polino so quick. It's like, oh crap.
Yo,
what happened? It expired. Polino. We gotta get Polino here.
Yo,
have you seen? Just sorry, Lewis. Have you seen the picture of Polino passing the ball with like every single?
Yeah, I was like, I saw. I was about to say the same thing. I was like, everyone just like, damn, we really got this nigga for real?
Like what the fuck?
You can see Messi, bro. Messi's just out there like, oh my god,
yo,
shit. No, but for real, like, I'd actually disagree with homie Lewis. I feel like they have to.
They have to. They do.
The board has to. Now the thing is with Siri, yeah, the money's gonna go up. They're gonna pay at least minimum 60 for that guy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. 60 seems like
60
for a
million
bargain.
euros.
Have you seen him play?
I've seen clips.
Yeah.
Let me just put it that way, and he does look good. But I mean, I can't base that off of it. But I'm just saying
for their need, for their specific need, I don't think 60 would quantify their need. I feel 80, especially in this market, will be.
So he's gonna be like a Keita.
Yes, I agree with Lewis.
Okay, well, I was thinking 60, but then they're gonna definitely have to sign Moussa Dembele.
Hey man,
yeah.
I mean, not Moussa Dembele. What am I saying?
Like everyone's looking stupid.
Yeah,
except
the other Dembele.
Barcelona looks stupid.
Yeah,
especially Dembele. Like Dembele, bro. Like handle yourself a little more professionally. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
facts. Yeah,
he's been acting like a little petulant kid. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm. So they're definitely not getting Coutinho.
That deadline was hilarious to me, bro.
Wait, I have a question. Since you guys are both Liverpool fans, is it crazy you guys are rejecting 120 million? Like, just think about it. 120 million right now.
You saying 120 million for Coutinho is a crazy price?
Yes,
in this market?
Why are you guys rejecting? It's.
But think about it. Think about it. The way it was set up with Barcelona, because they're broke.
I'm saying I'm
not
on
really
your
broke.
side. I'm on your side. I want the bargain. I want the blockade to happen. But think about it. 120 million for Coutinho.
You're cutting up there. I couldn't really hear you.
Yeah, like pretty heavy. But yeah, we get the Jeffs. I mean, Vitu. I mean,
yeah.
In this current market, especially the fact that we don't want to sell. I think 120 euros seems appropriate. At the same time, what Barcelona were doing were add-ons. They're doing all this funny stuff. Like, bro, just give us the 120 million straight up. You're not the 80 million plus add-ons. Give us the 100 million straight up. Plus put Rakitic up in there. Put Sergio Pedro up in there, and it's a done deal.
But then they did the same thing with Suarez. It was the 69 million. It was paid over like what?
I mean, that was then, bro. Everyone knows you got the money now.
Yeah, that was them. That was them.
Yeah,
that was them. But then, like, I feel like with Coutinho, where my problem is for 120 million, and then next summer during the World Cup, how much is he gonna cost? You get me? Because players are always much.
That is if. But Vitu,
that is if. And on top of that,
there's a big
he's already. He's already playing in form for Barcelona. I would take that gamble. I would for Brazil. I'm saying Barcelona for Brazil. I would take that
Set
gamble.
Him on the high.
Like,
yeah.
In 2018. Yeah.
No problem.
You can leave in 2018.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm gonna be like, But I'm gonna be like, well, you don't have to go to Barcelona. You can go to PSG.
You can get more money, bro.
But whoever bids the most money gets you.
Seriously, Juventus? You think Juventus is gonna be like, yo, we're gonna pay you 100 million?
They paid 90 million for Higuaín. You tell me.
Doesn't mean they're gonna pay. They're trying to buy Isco for 25 million. What do you think?
That's fair enough. I don't know.
But I feel you. I definitely feel you. At the same time, it's so risky, especially Coutinho. Coutinho is like yeah, exactly. Coutinho is such like an off and on player. Sometimes you're like, you deliver the sparks, but then bro, he's gonna get injured here.
True.
Or
I don't think he gets injured.
That's a lot.
My biggest problem for Coutinho, sometimes he does go missing in big situations. I don't know if he's turning. The last time we were ever in a big situation with Phil Coutinho was the Europa League final.
Bro, imagine Stories just was balling in that game ahead of that guy.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. But then,
guys,
we have yet to see if he's gonna be in that situation again. But yeah. I know. I feel you. What do you think, Jimmy?
But anyway, lastly, before we move on, I'm with you guys. Right now, I'm loving your club. I'm loving what the club is doing to Barca. I want them to literally beg for Coutinho. I want them to be desperate. And you guys are doing a great job. So I appreciate that, Liverpool.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that so much. Anyway, moving on from there to... Wait. Off topic, offline. You guys want to talk about Real Madrid? Because I really don't want to. We already
it's breaking up bad.
That internet... Yeah, that internet is so bad at
that campus. That campus life.
Man, it's cutting off too much.
Kind of crazy.
Did you hear that? Yeah. He can probably hear us, but
yeah, man.
Cutting up real
He
bad,
actually
man.
froze. But as far as like the Spanish media, I mean, like, I don't know why they're pushing for this narrative that they're actually gonna buy some of the players they're linked with.
I do think they're going to sign Sarri.
Yeah,
I do think so. I honestly think they're going to sign him. He's a necessity. Because I also feel like I don't think Paulinho was a Valverde signing. I don't think Valverde said, yeah, Jimmy just left. I don't think Valverde just said, hey, let's go out and get Paulinho. That was Bartomeu. Because, I mean, it's been said that Bartomeu has business interests in Guangzhou.
So it was just one of those, look, let me put some money in your pockets and real quick.
And that's what they're tying it up with. There's some sort of like shit like that. I just feel like what's his name again? Valverde. He always wanted to get Ander Herrera, Marco Verratti, or either somebody like Sarri. And Paulinho is not one of those players. Anyway, Jimmy, you back?
Yes. So let's move on to the EPL.
What do you want to discuss?
I mean, do you guys want to do it with Mark? Because I really have to go, guys. I'm sorry.
We can do it with today's game, and then you can go.
Okay. I have a lot of things.
Go ahead.
Just get off my chest.
Black out.
City.
Do your thing, man.
Like, I mean, I'm starting to really like City as a fan. Really, really like City. And it's frustrating to see the type of idiotic mistake. And
yeah,
are you guys still on?
Yeah,
because I'm not sure. Yeah, the center backs, especially the center backs. God, not just Stone Company is like the big idiot of the three, and then Otamendi. It's like, what are you guys doing with the ball? Okay, Company is one of them. And then Otamendi is probably the biggest idiot of all of them. And then you got Stone on the other side. It's like three stooges in the back playing center backs for Pep Guardiola. I remember like once, Vitu, you were watching the game.
Yeah.
So Otamendi was being pressed.
Yeah.
So he was running with the ball backwards to that's just one instance of many. It's like he was running back to his goalkeeper with the ball. He turned to the left. He saw the player pressing. He turned to his right. He saw the player pressing. So he's running back to his goalkeeper. And I'm screaming, literally screaming, just pass the fucking ball to your goalkeeper. Just pass it back. But he was trying to find a player. Even though he was being pressed. And he's running literally back to the goalkeeper. He's still trying to find a player to pass it to. When the simpler pass would have been just to give it to the goalkeeper, reposition yourself. He's gonna try reposition yourself, open up wide, reposition yourself. He might find you back again, or you might play it to the other side. That is just a simple footballing IQ. And another thing, Otamendi will get the ball. He's like, "Screw you, Fernandinho. I know you're in front of me." But I'm gonna make a through ball bypass the whole midfield on the ground to Aguero or Jesus up top. Like, okay, if you want to do a through ball, at least do it in the air.
All right. I mean, you done, Jim?
Keep going.
I'm sorry, guys. I literally wanted to cry today.
I feel you. That's a hell of a rant. That's a hell of a rant. But you know what? I was just thinking about this, and I think Lewis will agree with me. Did that not sound like it was? He was talking about Liverpool.
I mean, every other week, right?
Every other week. Now let me explain. And I was just I just saw this today, and it just kind of clicked in my head. And I was like, the similarities between City and Liverpool are just too uncanny.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it defensively. Because let me explain.
I agree.
When you look at it, they struggle with the lesser opposition. Okay, they tend to struggle with the lesser opposition. Because why? Because I feel like it's easier for teams when they're playing against City and Liverpool. You first of all structure a formation that counters both teams. Okay. Second of all, you cancel out their midfield. After that, you let you let a center back that's not good on the ball because both teams have center backs that are terrible on the ball. Matip's terrible on the ball. I mean, Sacco, when we had him, because this has been happening ever since Brendan Rodgers was terrible on the ball. Lovren is okay on the ball. He's okay. Then if you look at Manchester City's case, like Jimmy just mentioned, the three amigos, Otamendi, Stones.
Three Stooges. That's what I called them.
Three Stooges company, okay? Teams tend to say they can bring the ball forward and they can play it. Because I think that was the biggest problem when everybody was talking about Mamadou Sakho. Mamadou Sakho, when he played for Liverpool, saw the ball so many times. It was ridiculous. And people were like, he's like Bambi on ice. Well, it's because teams wanted them to do that. And why did they want them to do that? Because they knew the defenders would play the ball, they'll play a risky pass, they'll play a ball that's easy to intercept, and then you hit Manchester City and Liverpool on the break because they're playing with a high line.
Just like that.
Just like that. And Manchester City and Liverpool have struggled with teams when they're being hit on the break.
And another thing, that I remember, like there's so many instances of that. Company take the ball, Aguero drop deep into the midfield, 3 players around them, and decide to pass the ball to him. I smacked my head against the wall. I was like,
it really felt.
And at the same time, Sane was open to his left, wide open. I was like,
it felt like a lot of people. Yeah, it felt like a lot of players today had the football IQ was exposed. I don't know why Sergio Aguero was very hesitant in front of goal, or he felt like he wanted to do everything himself as well.
I do notice
the
that.
Forcing of the game, the play. I was watching Liverpool, and I was telling you about that too, Vitu. I was talking to you about that.
Yeah.
It's like one of the reasons why I want teams to keep the ball, because when you keep the ball, you have a lot of benefit. True. Right? Move the ball side to side. You're pressing team back into their own box. But when you do that, it's going to be harder for them to counter-attack you because you can counter-press them because they're deep into their own half.
True.
So they have to bring the ball all the way out. So as long as you keep moving the ball, you're pushing team back, and then it's easier for you to defend. Because first of all, you're defending with the ball. When you have the ball, you're defending with it. We all know that.
Yeah.
But when you lose the ball, it's a lot easier to regain the ball and counter-press back because opposition are not high up to hurt you.
But Jimmy, I feel like this is where it's tough, especially for Manchester City and teams like Liverpool who tend to want to play possession style football, and managers who appreciate attacking possession style football. I feel like it's tougher in the Premier League because as opposed to playing across Europe, because I feel like if you're playing in the Bundesliga, take for instance, the financial power of Bayern Munich is head and shoulders above that of any other team.
Yep.
Okay. The same applies in Spain between Barcelona and Real Madrid. It's head and shoulders above any other team within that league. Okay.
I agree.
In the Premier League, though, however, it's different. Okay. I feel like in terms of playing that style of football, the attacking possession style, you need a certain type of player, and those players tend to be a hard commodity to find and a hard commodity to seek. And once you get them, you have to still know that other teams like Everton, other teams, the lesser teams, they still have also that financial power. Well, it's not like yours, but they can still go out and get players who can be effective to counter that.
I disagree, Vitu. I disagree.
You disagree with that? Now, why is that?
I disagree. I think it's just when I watch. Okay, like I said earlier, I was seeing. I wasn't a big fan of EPL football. I wasn't watching as much. And because this year I'm really into it. I watch all the games. All the game I watch. Yeah. And okay. I started to see the reason why EPL teams don't do effectively well in the Champions League.
Okay.
It's like
go ahead.
The today with City, I really wanted to just punch something. Because the IQ, just the footballing IQ in general is lacking.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's tough to get these players for Manchester City. You feel me?
It's I understand. Yes, I do, but it's
But then my other point was just take for instance, look in Spain, okay? You have a team like Barcelona or Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, let's use them as a good example. They play possession style football, but however it varies, right? Sometimes they can play combative, sometimes they cannot. They can switch it. Now Barcelona, on the other hand, is pure possession style football. Now you tell me why Barcelona is whipping teams 6-0, is beating them easily. And all that other stuff, previous years. Now, however, when you look at a team that has played possession style football in the league, let's say like Manchester City, if Manchester City was to come up against, Everton like today, it's a close game. Why? Because I felt like teams like Everton can sign players who are just as good as counteracting that. No, because I know it's not. I think it's both the players and the managers, because I feel like Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp, they need money and certain players to play that style. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you don't have that, either or the money or the players, like in Liverpool's case, it's the money and the players. In Manchester City's case, it's just the players. It's tougher in the Premier League because the teams like Everton, they can sign somebody, but a manager can use those players much more effectively. Like Idrissa Gueye, the way they used him today was brilliant. Like he totally disrupted that midfield. Like I'm sorry, he canceled out KDB.
I disagree. I think City did their own doing. You see when the effect of the team changing in the second half, the player you were talking about was ineffective. She was definitely ineffective. It's because they started to move the ball a little bit more. But they held them for much of the game. Keeping the ball a little bit more, playing with the ball a little bit more. It all comes down to the ball and the IQ of the player. And most English players do not have that.
But to start out the game, he was really effective. He had him inside.
They allowed him to. They allowed him to. They allowed him to be that effective.
I feel like
the difference was in the second half. The second half,
like it was a tactical
with lesser player, with City having lesser player. Keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're actually more dominant with the ball. We're playing with the ball more, even though the center back was still fucking up so many times.
Yeah,
it's still there. I'm sorry, Lois. You just out there.
It's good. It's good to listen to these type of in-depth analysis because. I don't think a lot of fans appreciate the technical aspect of just football in general because you just think these passes back to the goalkeeper are just unnecessary, but those.
No.
Exactly. I was like, everybody want to go forward. Every single pass is just like even the forward.
Even the sideways passes, like cough, cough, cough. People criticize Granit Xhaka.
Exactly. It's to keep the ball moving. As long it's like chess. It's football is chess. You move the ball side to side, back and forth to open out spaces. Yeah, but it's like true. Every single time somebody get the ball, it's like.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to like I wanted to get a point in just before we close this discussion. I felt like City they still have a problem that's been there under Pep Guardiola where they start slow in a game and then they come better in the second half or the later stages of the game. If you get what I'm saying, right? I feel like City under Pep Guardiola, when I used to see City with
more direct
previous managers, Pellegrino and other people, they were more direct, they would blitz teams, it would be over in the first 45. Yeah, in the first half. Under Pep Guardiola, it's the opposite. It's more like they're slower. Teams tend to get the upper foot, and then he realizes his mistakes and he tweaks them.
It sounds silly, but then I do think I've seen this before. Like the 09, like Guardiola's reign at Barcelona. I felt that was the type of football I was not, I was not agreeing with it.
Lewis is not a purist, but go ahead.
No. I just felt that.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, Lewis,
hold on, hear me out.
They want every single trophy possible for them to win.
They had Messi. He doesn't have Messi. Now it's being exposed. Now it's being exposed.
But go ahead.
Yeah.
No, Pep Guardiola's reign was boring. It turned me off of Spanish football. But
I will agree. With that.
But what I'm just saying, what I'm just saying is, I think we've seen this before, where he's just trying to feel out teams, and then realize, okay, these are the systems, these are the holes, and then he's gonna
true. And that's one of the reasons for Pep. I feel like the players he has right now does not fit the style he's trying to play. It's like,
bro, just tell them play direct. I don't understand.
Because he's very hard-headed.
Anyway,
Pep.
Guys, this is the end of our show for today.
Definitely.
Thank you guys for joining. We will see you guys next week.
All right.
With more content.